Welcome to the Dr. Book series, the book review, which is being conducted for last 1.5 years successfully on every Friday in the afternoon session from 3 to 4 o'clock. The program was initiated by our visionary Professor K. Hemsandar Digaru, Chairman, AP State Council of Higher Education, who has got the vision to make the Andhra Pradesh state youth to be ready for the future knowledge information. In his observation, he found that the students are not having the literary information, especially not having any idea of the literature, in particular both English as well as Telugu. To encourage the to have information, not only from the theoretical aspect of the subject related components, he has introduced this program of Dr. Book, both a novel classical English or Telugu books will be reviewed by experts in that particular field. This program was successfully conducted on every Friday by experts in the concerned subject. Today we have with us to review the book, The Personality Development and Soft Skills Preparing for Tomorrow, which is an apt subject for the students of this present generation to improve upon. This book was written by Shikha Kapoor, and that book is going to be reviewed by none other than an expert in the field of English as well as the personality development, Dr.k.Padma. Padma. She was a doctorate from Krishna University, MPhil from Acharya Nagarjuna University. She had worked for various engineering colleges across Telangana and Andhra for last 15 years and have published a good number of national and international reputed articles and associated with the journals. The title of the book itself indicates the importance of the personality development and the soft skills, which is the buzzword of the present day scenario of the young generation. So now I request Dr. Padma to review the book for the benefit of our students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your warm welcome. Let me share my screen. Good afternoon, all. Sir, I would like to share my screen.
Okay, you can do it, ma'am.
Word doc. Okay. I took a couple of minutes to set my system. Thank you very much. And I'm Dr. Padma Kikisetti. Welcome you all for book review. And the book I selected is Personality Development and Soft Skills, Preparing for Tomorrow. And the author is Shikha Kapoor. Before going into the session, I would like to thank the chairman of Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts to the student community. Okay, and why I selected this book is, let me explain that first. So preparing for tomorrow, this is the word, this is catchy word, preparing for tomorrow, because the students who I'm talking to are the young generation who are the next, they have to take the charge of building the nation, right? So they need to inculcate few skills which they have to manage themselves and at the same time their organizations where they work. So I took this book, which is written by Shikha Kapoor, to review today. Okay, going into the first slide. Yeah. The first slide, I would like to take objectives of the book, personality development and soft skills, preparing for tomorrow. Here, three main objectives are designed by the author. The very first one is to help learn about self. And the second one is to develop and manage to work in teams for self-growth as well as organizational growth. And the third one is to identify the needs of the present generation and empower them with the right set of skills to make them employable. The very first objective, learn about self, because personality deals with actually this word is originated from the word persona, means mask, because personality is unique. People are unique. Their thoughts, their emotions, their behavior unique in the world, right? So first of all, we have to manage ourselves to fit into our surroundings, because we can't change the surroundings. We have to make ourselves to set into the particular surrounding where we live. Right. So how to many important topics are discussed in this book, like time management, stress management, how to attend interviews, how to handle your project presentations, what is meant by soft skill, how you have to, what is meant by business communication, how you have to handle yourself when in a failures. Many things are discussed by the author in this book. And the next one is how to work in the teams, what is the role of individual team members, what is the role of team leader is discussed in detail in the book. And the next one is the needs of present generation. Actually, this book is designed to fill the gap between university curriculum and the industry need. So the students or the young generation, they have to prepare themselves to face the society, to face the industry, right? They have to make themselves ready to attend interviews, to make themselves ready to prepare their core subjects well, right? So here the third objective, to identify the needs of the present generation and empower them with the right set of skills to make them employable, is very crucial in this book. And coming to the next slide, I'll go to the next slide. With a bunch of soft skills, the book fits into various contents. Let me read out the contents first. Personal effectiveness, development, communication, group behavior, team dynamics, synergy, managing change, creativity in organization, business communication, work-life success. These are the topics included in the book in a very minute level. Each and every topic, every subtopic is explained in a very detailed manner. Okay, coming to the first one, personal effectiveness. Personality is concerned with our thoughts, emotions, and feelings, isn't it? So it differs from person to person. So we need to inculcate few traits to make ourselves fit into that surrounding. First of all, personality is a lifelong process. It never comes in one day. It's a lifelong process. Communication is a lifelong process, isn't it? Through practice, through activity only, through observing all the traits only, you will get good personality. You can maintain good personality, isn't it? Your temperament, your character, your environment, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, everything connected to the personality, right? In that, 5 different domains are discussed in the book. The broad domains or the traits, I can tell. Here, the 5 are openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Let me come to the first one, openness. What is this openness called? Yeah. Before going to this openness to what? Openness to experience. This is a challenge for every student. I'll go with an example first. Usually I see in the college, if any circular comes to the class that so-and-so technical fest is conducted by so-and-so colleges, if you are interested, you can participate in that. And these are things, many things they will read out. Hardly in the class out of 60 to 3 students will come up. What happened to remaining 57 students? The only thing is the lack of confidence. People will say, build your confidence, learn problem solving skills, do that, this, how? I have many tips for that. Okay, so openness to experience is a general appreciation for art, emotion, adventure, unusual ideas, imagination, curiosity, and variety of experience. People who are open to experience are intellectually curious, open to emotion, and willing to try new things. They tend to be more creative and more aware of their feelings. I personally would like to share that experience has 2 dimensions. If you take anything, any task, okay, if you take a task and if you get good success in that, okay, enjoy the success and excel more. But if the same task becomes a failure, take that also as a success, because you gain more experience in analyzing your failure. Next time, you will be more cautious in handling any task, and enormous creative thinking happens in your mind. It's a great change, right? You will build your confidence with practicing more and more. The same classroom example I'll take again. See, if you would have taken the chance of presenting your paper in the workshop or symposiums, so you'll prepare well, you'll frame objective of your project, you'll work in a process, you'll get an outcome, and you'll present. You will rehearse that 10 times, 20 times. You'll go for presentation. You will present your presentation there. If you get success, you feel happy. If you couldn't do that properly, next time you'll be preparing yourself in a very complex or in a very constructive manner, isn't it? So if you get success, enjoy it. If you get failure, don't become disappointed, depressed, isn't it? Usually I find this in student community. If something goes wrong, if somebody criticizes or comments them, immediately they stop talking and they'll become nervous. And if we ask them to tell 1 to 10 numbers, they'll miss few numbers also in that nervousness. The only thing is their mindset. How you set your mind matters a lot. Even failures are the steps for success. We know that. Yes, that's 100%. If you try it, you will taste that the essence of that experience. So activity is important. How intelligent you are, it doesn't matter. How practical you are you applying your intelligence in that practical work, matters a lot. That is openness to experience. With that, this is an important trait for young people to learn, because you are the future. I said the innovative, creative things what are happening today. These are all the masterminds of many people, right? Many students like you earlier, right? The thing is how you take the things. If you take in like that, you have to develop your confidence. It is also not one-day job. Confidence, the root is experience, the activity. The root of confidence is when you prepare. For example, you are preparing to give a presentation in the class. You'll prepare well. What is the topic? What the topic selected? You prepare on that. You'll do a lot of research on that topic. You'll gain more knowledge, and you'll be ready to explain that because you know better about the topic. You researched it, right? You acquired the knowledge through your activity, right? So you have to be ready to take the experience, to openness. Remember, that is nothing but experience the things. Okay, and the next one is conscientiousness. This is a tendency to display self-discipline, act dutifully, and strive for achievement against measures or outside expectations. It is related to the way in which people control, regulate, and direct their impulses. High conscientiousness is often perceived as being stubborn and focused. Low conscientiousness is associated with flexibility and spontaneity, but can also appear as sloppiness and lack of reliability. High scores on conscientiousness indicate a preference for planned rather than spontaneous behavior. This is given in a very detailed manner in the book by the author. Please go through that. And the next important trait here is extraversion. It is characterized by breadth of activities you choose, isn't it? And the urgency from external activities, situations, and energy creation from external means. The trait is marked by pronounced engagement with the external world. Extroverts enjoy interacting with people and are often perceived as full of energy. They tend to be enthusiastic, action-oriented individuals. They possess a high group visibility, like to talk and assert themselves, isn't it? So don't become introverts, become extroverts. And the next important trait which you have to develop is agreeableness. The agreeableness trait reflects individual differences in general concern for social harmony. Agreeable individuals value getting along with others. They are generally considerate, kind, generous, trusting, and trustworthy, helpful, and willing to compromise their interests with others. And the most important, the last one, which deals with our emotions, is neuroticism. Okay, this neuroticism is a tendency to experience negative emotions rather than positive emotions, like anger, anxiety, depression, irritation. This all leads to stress, isn't it? It's sometimes called emotional instability, but on contrary, emotional stability is referred to calmness, even-tempered and stable emotions. Getting stable emotions is not an easy job. To read like this on the screen or to read in books is very easy, but controlling emotions is also a challenging task. Okay, so we have to practice it. With practice only, we can acquire all these traits well, and it will be useful for you to gain confidence and to lead your life comfortably. And if you add all the first letters of these 5 words, openness O, conscientiousness C, extraversion E, agreeableness A, and neuroticism N, we'll get an acronym called OCEAN. OCEAN. Okay, to develop your personal effectiveness, these domains are very important. These traits are very important. So if you practice these traits, you'll be very comfortable in handling things better in your life. Okay, and going to the next one. The next topic is development. What is personal development planning? This is very, very important. One second, please. Yeah. Development. Personal development planning means a structured and supported process undertaken by a learner to reflect upon their own learning, performance, and or achievement, and to plan for their personal, educational, and career development. Coming into the first word here, I highlighted the word called process. Everything, all these four, you'll see goal-oriented, commitment, confidence, dedication. Usually you hear these words in your classrooms, isn't it? Whenever you go for any soft skill training or any communication classes, they'll tell all these words. So be goal-oriented when you preparing yourself for interviews. These words you will listen more. Be committed, be confident, be dedicated, be goal-oriented. What is this? Coming into these all four words are dependent on this process. We'll see what is that. Okay. Now, first of all, life is not a race, right? So we have to take our time to handle it well. Earning for living is not a big deal. Your ability to do things is not because you want to do things. You can earn easily, you'll get jobs. It's not a big deal. The thing is, if suppose we want to do something, it is called as a desire. It is called desire, right? Desire is just an intention, remember that. An intention will only set direction. Still, we have to make the journey, isn't it? You have a desire and you know the result. The middle one is process. That journey, what I am calling here is process. This one. Okay. So intention always set the direction, but we have to pass through that journey to reach our goals. That is our destination, isn't it? So what happens? We become goal-oriented. And when we become goal-oriented, it means we are interested in consequences, not the process. That's a problem with the young generation now. So we find that the students, if you devoted absolutely to the process, something will come out as a result. Process is not an end in itself, isn't it? You have to think like this because life is precious, isn't it? So when I got this precious life, how I have to handle this life, what I have to do with this precious life. If you think like this, you will find something worthwhile to do. You will come to know your responsibilities. You will be so dedicated to your work. The thing is, have faith in you. First of all, you will achieve it for sure. In that way, you have to build your confidence, and confidence won't come that easily. If you have strong command on the things you do, then only you will get confidence. And the same example I'll take here also, the interviews. Okay, so you prepared well. Usually 4-1 and 4-2 students in the engineering sector and in all other postgraduate and undergraduate undergraduate programs, last semesters or before last semesters, you go for placements, right? So interviews, right? So how you this I usually I find the students with 8.5 to 9 CGPA, they get good grades and they prepare well. Their motto is, I must get a job in the campus selections. That's their motto. Okay, they are intelligent, no doubt in that. They prepare well. And what I want to get this job. The result also they designed. The thing is, if they miss doing that groundwork to attend the interview, that becomes a disaster. remember. So your desire is to go for campus placements. You have got nice grades, no doubt. But to attend interviews, that means spontaneously you have to speak to your interviewer. When a company is paying 30, 40 thousands to a newcomer, new employee, means it's not a joke, isn't it? They want all the creamy layer, because they want something that they want very efficient people for their companies, isn't it? So you have to make yourself ready to take such interview sessions with your practice only. Here also you have to practice. You have to practice the very first one, that is, say about yourself. That is, this is a common question wherever you go, not only in student life. After putting up 10 years of experience in your job, when at the age of 40 also, when you go for any interview, there they'll ask, can you introduce yourself? Isn't it? It's a common question. Introducing yourself means bringing out all the things about you, telling them, informing them, what are the capabilities, what you can do, what are your achievements, what you are good at. All these things you have to present to others. Not only that, you must have, suppose when you go for, as a technical student, you go for interviews, means you have to build that confidence in them that, yes, if I select this person, he has some spark. He will be utilized in my company if I train him well, isn't it? So that spark is your knowledge in the subject. So prepare well before going to an interview. Don't blame anyone if you don't get a job. And moreover, don't make up your mind that I must get a job. No. It's not like that. You have to make up your mind that I have to perform in the interview well. That must be your slogan. That's it. I have to answer all the questions, technical questions, HR questions, whatnot, everything, isn't it? I have to come out of all the selection process. They have their own parameters, right? So their levels, first exam, next face-to-face interviews, HR, on all these group discussions, if the number is high. You have to make yourself ready to handle that. If you practice that well, that is called ground level work, automatically your confidence you will boost your confidence a lot. Isn't it? That's the way, that is why we ask you to practice more, do mock interviews more, because it won't get, if it directly, see, you have labs in your programs, right? Labs. What for labs? It's like simulation to handle the real situation, right? You work on machines in the labs, you work on computers in labs. What for? When you go for real problems, when you work on real machines, there, what type of problems you get? You're doing simulation in the labs, right? Same thing. If you practice well, what you want, slowly you will develop your confidence. If you get failure, no problem. No need to be disappointed or depressed, and leave that, first of all, that negative thoughts. Just, okay, this time I did not perform well, next time I'll do it. Isn't it? You have to develop your thoughts like that, because it won't come in one day, guys. You have to be in that. Then you can have goal oriented. Then you will become goal oriented with that confidence, isn't it? Then you become committed. Then you will gain a lot of confidence. When you have all this, automatically dedication will follow you. Okay. And coming to the next slide. I want to close this. Yeah. 1 second, please. Oh, coming to the next slide. Communication. The next topic in the book is communication. Types of communication is discussed in that book. very well. You know pretty well verbal communication, importance of verbal communication, non-verbal communication, written communication, listening skills, what is meant by active listening, what are the strategies you have to apply to become an active listener, and what is meant by visual communication is explained in detail in the book by the author. And I collected a few key concepts for effective communication. These are the examples I have given in my slide. The very first one is active listening, giving and taking feedback. Next one is empathy. Next one, respectfulness. Next one, responding to messages, having volume and clarity in messages. And the next one is good nonverbal data and friendliness. And for each and every point I picked here is connected with your personality, isn't it? So, and first of all, if you are good listener, automatically you'll become good speaker. It's all connected. This LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, writing, these are all interconnected. If you want to become good speaker, be good listener first. And giving and taking feedback. Be ready to take criticism in a positive way, because those are you will construct yourself with that feedback. Instead of becoming disappointed, oh, why that person is telling you have to improve this, that, okay, fine, you will try in that way, isn't it? You will acquire some knowledge in that way, isn't it? And next one is empathy, and kind-heartedness is very important. Friendliness is very important when you work in teams, isn't it? That is the base of communication. Base is friendliness. Remember, because communication is nothing but transferring information and receiving information, isn't it? So when you talk and while speaking, our body language matters a lot. Okay, body language, because 70%, more than 70% of our body speaks a lot when we are speaking. We don't know that. We don't notice many times, because suppose I'm talking and the audience listen to me, right? So they know how I am talking, what are my facial expressions, everything happens with you also, isn't it? So when how to develop your body language is first gain confidence. Automatically your body language goes along with that. Do this, sit straight, don't bend, don't cross your arms, don't cross your legs. Many things are there in this body language. What is meant by haptics, what is meant by eye contact, oh, many things. But the only base for this, I researched on this a lot, on nonverbal communication. I research because I continuously speaking, my subject is this, I continuously do research on this. How? So because basic examples are necessary for the students to develop their body language. That's it. No special training is needed for good body language. Non-verbal communication goes along with our confidence only. Suppose the same example I'll take. You prepared well for the presentation. You stood on the stage to deliver your presentation. Your audience are in front of you, isn't it? The way you speak matters a lot. The way you stand, speak, move, explain, all depends on the groundwork what you did to deliver that presentation, right? When you have sound knowledge, automatically confidence will be with you, isn't it? So develop confidence to have non-verbal communication, good non-verbal communication. That's what I'm telling. Confidence is not a joke. Getting confidence is a lifelong process in every aspect of our life. Not only, I'm not talking about academics, in every situation of our lives. At the age of 20s, 30s, 50s, 60s, everywhere. When you are doing something, you need that confidence, whether it is cooking or giving a presentation or something else, XYZ. You need confidence, isn't it? First of all, you have faith on yourselves, right? I can do this. That matters a lot. So these are the things, key points I picked for you. And the next slide is, and it is very detailedly explained by the author in the book. And the next one is presentation. This is very crucial for undergraduate and postgraduates, the students who are doing post-graduation, isn't it? Because you have to submit your project, mini projects, major projects in 3-2, 4-2, right? So when you prepare for your projects, because I'll take those examples because you will understand better, right? That's why here I have given public speaking in red color, tone of voice, body language, creativity, and deliver. All these are central to effective presentation. If you want to give effective, good presentation, commandable presentation means good, you must be good speaker. Your voice modulation matters a lot. When you are confident with your subject, automatically your voice will raise wherever it is necessary. You will come down wherever it is necessary. Your voice never shiver. You never shiver when you stand on the stage to speak to your audience, right? And you never share when in the Bible sessions, right? So you have to make yourself strong means the same activity, practice. So I'll come here. I'll tell one example from Mahabharata. Okay. So all Krishna gave all teachings to Arjuna, and Arjuna listening. And in the end, he asked one question. Krishna, you are telling many things, but the thing is, our mind is like a monkey, right? How can I handle this mind? The Krishna gave answer. See, if you want to handle your mind, abhyasa and vairagya. Vairagya means don't take in a negative way. See, emotional balance is called vairagya, balancing your emotions, isn't it? So that is study emotions is called vairagya. And the very first one is abhyasa. Abhyasa means practicing, that's it. See, somebody is becoming expert in that. Many experts we see. We see people cooking. If you take a simple thing, if you go to a restaurant, you'll find people, nice, delicious dishes in different places, right? How those are made by chefs who are experts, how that expertise, how they become experts in that. By continuous practice, right? So same in everything, whether it is academics or something else. Abhyasa and vairagya. Don't see the result. See the process. I said in the second slide, process is the root cause to get the confidence. Process is not a joke. You have to do process means you have to research. You have to keep your mind and heart on that to get into that process and to come out from the process, isn't it? Then you'll reach your goals. Okay, you can have a desire, no problem. Form a desire and don't think about the consequence. Think about the process to reach your destination called your goal. Okay. Next, coming to here, presentation skills are the abilities one needs in order to deliver compelling, engaging, informative, transformative, educational, enlightening, and or instructive presentations. These are all one and the same. Okay, so you need all those things like body language matters a lot in presentations. Good body language adds some fuel to your good presentation, isn't it? Your creative thinking is important and the way you deliver your presentation matters a lot. And this is explained in detail by the author in the book. Next, group behavior. Yeah. So, groups can be very powerful where an individual may be able to accomplish more with a group than by oneself. Yes. Instead of doing one, if any work is done collectively, you can complete in short period of time and at the same time very effectively, isn't it? And the result will be positive only because all collective energy brings out a good result. isn't it? So when you are working in groups, first thing you have to remember is keep your personal likes and dislikes aside. When you are, for example, I take the same example for the students. Suppose you got selected in a company and you joined there. When company is paying you that much salary, you have to abide to their rules, right? And when you are working, because these days all is software or any all these companies, they are going with teamwork, right? It's not individual work, team works. When you are working in the team, you have to obey your team leader, you have to work for the team goal, isn't it? So there must be a lot of coordination, good communication among team members, isn't it? It's every individual team member's responsibility to get success. Okay, team success. So first of all, you have to make up your mind that you are working for collective goal, collective result. Okay, and group behavior refers to the actions, thoughts, or feelings of collection of people or individuals within a group. Here, few aspects of group behavior I picked for you here. Yeah, these are explained very clearly in the book. Purpose and mission of group. What is the purpose of group? Why a group is formed? What is the mission of your group? What is the task you have to handle? How you have to research that? How you have to handle the tough situations in the group? How you have to handle the complicated people in the group? Okay, and you have to frame rules for that. That is behavioral norms, rules. Then only you will have a systematic strategy to lead your goals, team goals successfully. Okay, and control on team members, a good lead. What is the role of a good leader, and what are the qualities of a good leader is given very detailedly in that book. And next one is structure, the planning, how to plan. If you want to achieve something, planning is important, right? That is clearly explained in the book by the author. Next one is team dynamics. Usually when you are doing your projects, okay, you don't do individual projects, right? You go with a team, 4 or 3 to 4, maximum 5, isn't it? When you go for 3-2 and 4-2 projects, a group will be formed, a leader will be there, and the individual team members will be there, isn't it? So I can take the example. Okay, so it's everybody's responsibility to participate well for the success of the team goal, isn't it? Suppose you are preparing, you wanted to present a project, isn't it? So then what you have to do is, first of all, what is the object of your presentation? You must know that well. So when you do your projects, do with your mind and heart. Keep your mind and heart on that, because that is the base. When you do your projects well, trust me, you'll do your interviews well. There is a connection between these two. Because when you explain, when you say about yourself, just you'll speak 1.5 to 2 minutes, say about yourself, hardly 2 minutes when you explain your projects also. Say about yourself means, remember, guys, you have to explain about your achievements, your goals, your aims, your interests, your passions, your capabilities, isn't it? So in that, when you are explaining about yourself, you'll explain about your projects, right? What is the objective of your projects? How you did it? What is the process? What is the outcome? How exactly your project is useful to the present society? Always your projects must be connected to the real things, right? To the real society. How you are doing. For example, if you take toll gates, automatic collecting money in the toll gates, you have seen that these are all projects done by the students, right? So how you have to make yourself ready to make a presentation successful in a team depends on you taking your quality. That means the way you, the characteristics you inculcated to be in the team. So these are the things important. So I picked all these characteristics. Team dynamics are the behavioral relationships between members of any given team. How a team interacts, communicates, and works together has a dramatic impact on how successful a team is in meeting its goals. Okay, these are the characteristics of good team. The very first one is purpose. Second one is openness, readiness. Suppose if any one of you don't know, you are not good in academics or you are not good in that subject area, what you selected there, you can openly ask the other one who is very good in that. Sharing knowledge is important, right? So trusting others and openness to ask and give and take. Okay, and next one is willingness to correct mistakes. Mistakes will happen, isn't it? So we are not experts. Nobody is expert in this world, right? So mistakes will happen. How you take the mistakes and how you correct those mistakes, and are you cautious or not while handling such things again in your life matters a lot. That is called changing your personality. Developing personality must be like a step by step, isn't it? As it is a lifelong process, you have to acquire many things, because now students, you became that means you are you are seeing the world now, right? The society, you will understand what your surroundings, you will understand how the things are going, how, see, what are your thoughts, how the people, what is the trend going on in the society, everything you are seeing, right? According where you are, whether you are lagging behind or whether you are out of the path, you have to check and you have to be on the track. Okay, and here correcting mistakes, diversity and inclusion, these are explained in detail in the book. And sense of belonging, when you are working in teams, you should feel that the team belongs to you. You are the owner of the team. And because everybody, when you are doing presentation, not only team lead, it's not team leader's responsibility to handle all things in the presentation you prepare, right? So everybody has their own roles and everybody must know what is happening in the team, how you are preparing, starting from researching about your topic to the ending, delivering of your presentation and viva session too, isn't it? So you must participate well. Active participation, that's what I said. Activity, abhyasa is important, isn't it? Next one. Decision making and leadership qualities are explained in detail in the book by the author, and different types of teams also explained well, like permanent, what is meant by permanent team, temporary teams, what is meant by self-managed team, virtual teams, and what is meant by committees, why these teams are formed in the organizations, what is the role of these teams. Every team has its own unique qualities. Permanent teams have their own qualities, temporary, all are explained in detail in the book by the author. Okay, next one, synergy. It is an interaction or cooperation of two or more organizations to produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate effects. Here also cooperation of two or three organizations. Okay, here few categories I have given: revenue synergies, cost synergies, financial synergies I have given, but I have given a good example to understand synergy here. See, a good musical band is a great example of synergy. It's not just the drums or the guitar or the sax or the vocalist. It's all of them together that make up the sound, melodious sound. Each band member brings his or her strengths to the table to create something better than each could alone. Isn't it? You see that. And the last one is managing change. So change is inevitable. if anything, anywhere, isn't it? If any organization, there the author spoke about the change in organizations, how the employees must take the change, change in their organizations, how they have to follow the strategies of the organization. Okay, and their responsibilities are very clearly given in this unit. And change is intensely personal, we all know that. And here I've given few principles I picked from the book and I have given in this slide. For change to occur in any organization, each individual must think, feel, or do something different, isn't it? So here few of the principles I have given. First of all, understand the change. Next, plan how to handle that change. The next, implement the change. And next, communicate the change well, that others understand it in a good way. Okay, next one. Creativity in organization. Creativity is very important, isn't it? So organizational creativity is discussed more in the book by the author. Here I have picked few points for you. Organizational creativity is not simply a matter of idea production. It gives space to work smarter instead of harder. So here, which can increase productivity, allow for adaptability, accompany innovation necessary for growth and in-demand skill, developing and implementing are explained well by the author in this unit. Here, it gives space to work smarter instead of harder, smart work. Because of advancement of technology, these days everything is going very smart because of smart technology, isn't it? Next slide is business communication. This will be very useful for the students who are doing MBA, BBA. Okay, so what is the role of communication? What is meant by soft skill? How you have to develop your soft skills? What are the traits you have to follow to develop soft skills? Okay, and what is the importance of nonverbal communication is explained in detail in this unit. And email writing, business letter writing, circulars, memos, everything is explained in a very detailed, at minute level. And next one is presentations, how to give presentations and how to handle meetings is also explained well. And here I picked a point for you. Effective business communication is how employees and management interact with each other to reach organizational goals and be more aligned with the core company values. This is the important point I picked for you from the book. And the next one is, this is the last slide, last topic in the book, that is work-life success. I said success means, success is connected with the process. Remember, have desire, have goals, but in middle process is there. If you do that process well, you will get success, no doubt in that. Okay, so here a good work-life balance is meeting your deadlines at work while still having time for friends and hobbies. Means having time for yourself is success. Success means don't think that I must get 1 lakh salary, I must become rich. It's not success, isn't it? Everybody has their own meaning for success, isn't it? So here, these are the few things which these days people are ignoring, because we see all the time software employees or many others, they'll be busy carrying their laptops, even while traveling also they work. The work demands like that, we can't blame them. But many times they miss their friends, family, hobbies, they become workaholic, isn't it? And so how we have to come out from that situation depends on our style of living. Okay, Next one is having enough time to sleep properly and eat well. This is most important thing which most of the people neglect. Okay, so this is success. If you can sleep well without any tensions, if you can eat properly to make your body healthy, it's fine, right? So that is success. Next, not worrying about work when you are at home. This is also a point must be remembered, and this is explained in detail by the author well in the book Work Life Success. Okay, and thank you so much. If you have any queries, please, I'll tell my email ID, KIKKISETTI PADMA@gmail.com. I repeat my email ID, KIKKISETTI. I'm typing here, KIKKISETTI PADMA@gmail.com.
Thank you, madam, for in a short period to make a sensible presentation of the whole book, the importance of personal development, the future skills, which includes the top skills. Thank you on behalf of State of Higher Education.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. Namaste.
Namaste.